A very good afternoon and welcome to a rather special episode of the Lite Bite Lunch. I'm Rory Devlin, your host, and I'm delighted to be joined today by the wedding comedian Dave Young. It's a rather special show because I'm actually, as you can see, I'm not in the studio as normal. I'm actually out on the road, so we're trying to do this mobile. So if we do have any technical issues along the way, we apologise in the advance. But in the meantime, grab a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, sit back and relax, and join us for a Lite Bite Lunch. Good afternoon. Now, Dave, absolutely delighted to have you with us today.
It's great to be here.
I know we've made a couple of plans to try and arrange to get together, but between one thing and another, and I mean, when you're an international superstar like you, it's very hard to actually tie you down at a lunchtime.
Isn't it really? I haven't been tied down in a long time. Do you know, I came in last week and my girlfriend Martha was tied to the bed with nothing on. And I said, ooh, kinky. She says, what are you doing? We've been robbed. Can I ask you a question, Rory? You're not driving at the moment, are you?
No. I'm stationary. I'm parked up.
Because this interview has come to a sudden stop.
Yes. No, absolutely not. Well, Dave, normally at this stage, I'd ask my guests to tell us a little bit about themselves, but we're going to do things slightly differently with you. And I think the best way for anyone who doesn't know you, the best way for anyone to get to know you is probably just a little watch of this.
This is what happens when I perform at a wedding. This is the atmosphere, this is the fun, and this is the crack. This could be your wedding. Have a look. You know, it's the happiest day of your life. Make it the best day for all your friends and family. Have both sides of the family laughing their heads off, break the ice with laughter, and get them all in the mood to dance the night away with your band. You don't want no one on the dance floor. You need someone who can turn the whole thing into a party. I think I know who could do that.
I think that gives a pretty good snapshot of that side of your business. But I mean, there's so much more to what you do. I mean, I will say that for full disclosure, I've known Dave I've been trying to work it out, Dave, and by my reckoning, it's about 35 years, which considering you're still 29 and holding is actually rather surprising.
I'm 55, so yeah, we'd be heading for 35. When I was in its magic, I think I would have been a little bit older. I think I was about 25 when I was there. So we're looking at 30 years.
30 years, thereabouts. Yeah, it's absolutely scary. I mean,
you're getting younger looking, by the way.
Ah, yeah.
No, you
Well,
are.
there's
No,
certainly less of my hair.
I'm glad to see you got all done up for the interview.
Aye.
Why are
Right.
you in your car?
What's that?
Why are you in your car?
I had a hospital appointment this morning that ran way over time, and I wasn't going to make it back to the studio, so it was park up and let's do it. Thankfully, I have the mobile studio on the phone, so we can make things work like that.
Now, Rory, you weren't in the middle. You weren't in the middle of an operation, and you got off the table and ran out to the car or anything.
No, not quite that. No, just an ongoing checkup that has to be done.
There's not a team of doctors in the hospital now going, where is he? Where did he go?
No. It wasn't my greatest vanishing trick, I promise you that.
Oh, brilliant.
But like when we look back over the years, Dave, you've done so much. You've done the comedy shows, you've done the magic shows. I mean, you've a huge following in Spain. I know.
I've made 3 albums.
You've made 3 albums, so like, for the guy,
DVDs.
5 DVDs, 3 albums. So like, you've done so much.
Yeah.
And yet I know you have so many plans going forward.
Yeah.
Like for you, would you say you can pinpoint that there was a point when you felt, now I've made it in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, there's been many of those points along the way. You see, the entertainment business is very fickle, and it's weird. So first of all, if you say to me, Dave, are you a comedian? Are you a magician? Are you a singer? Are you an actor? I don't really know what it is. I'm 55 and I still don't know what it is I do. All I do know is that when I'm put in front of an audience and I go into a cold room, and you wouldn't get a colder room than a wedding, because at weddings, nobody is there to see you. They're all, if I'm on a Vicar Street or I'm on in a hotel or I'm in a theater, they paid in to see you. So the audience are preconditioned. They already like you. That's why they bought a ticket and they're there. And you pretty much only have to show up and they're delighted to see you. But at a wedding, it's what I would call a cold room. Nobody's there to see you. They're there obviously to see the bride and groom, or the groom and groom, or the bride and bride. Nowadays, it could be anything. And you've really got to get them, because a lot of them wouldn't know who you are. Some of them wouldn't know there's a comedian coming to the wedding, and they're like, what's this? So I've got to grab them really fast and ensure that everybody has a great time. Because if you think of the responsibility, most people who get married, this is the biggest day of their life. And most people only get married once. Now, I know a guy that got married for the 4th time. His first wife died from eating poisoned potatoes. The second wife died from eating poisoned potatoes. And the third wife died of a fractured skull. She wouldn't eat the potatoes. But generally speaking, most people only get married once. And when they book me, they're taking a gamble. When they book a comedian, they're kind of going, Jeannie, this could go anyway, because comedy is like that. But lucky enough, because I sing, because I suppose I'm a natural entertainer, I manage just to grab everybody and they have a great time. And that's why I'm the only professional comedian in Ireland that specializes in weddings. There's no other comedians out there. There's hypnotists, magicians, which are fantastic. If you're into that stuff, brilliant. But if you want pure crack and just comedy, well, then that's it. But if you said to me, Dave, what do you really do? I suppose I'm an entertainer. But to label me as just a comedian, I'm an all-rounder, as they used to call me. Like a Michael Barrymore or like a Freddie Starr type of thing. They would have been my idols. And they all sang, like if you went to see we'll call it, I suppose nowadays to be called old school comedians, and which is rubbish, because there's no such thing as an old joke if you've never heard it before.
Absolutely.
Right? So, and it's all about making people laugh and having a great time. And that's what I do. But when you say about you do this, you do that, it might look like I'm fickle or whatever, but it's not that. It's just I'm probably so creative that, I keep pushing myself to try new things. Like when I played Billy Connolly in a movie called What About Bob with I can never remember the chap's name. Is it Donald Gleason? Is that Brendan Gleason's son?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they asked me to play that, I was over the moon because I love Billy Connolly, and I'll never forget the audition. I went in, and I was the last guy to go into the audition. And as I was going in, all the other chaps who were auditioning to play Billy Connolly were walking out. Now, the real Billy Connolly is about 6'4". He's very hairy, and he's got the beard. And all these biker-like guys are walking out of the audition, and they've all tattoos and the big hair, and they look like Billy Connolly, and they're huge. And then I go in with this hairstyle and like this. I'm 5'9", and then I walk, and the director was like flicking through, like there was a team of people, and there's like, who are you here to play? And I said, Billy Connolly. And they were like, "Oh, certainly, yeah." And you could see them looking at each other, like if we were looking for Bruce Willis, or we were looking for Yul Brynner or Kojak, perfect. Billy Connolly. Anyway, so they said to me, "Here's the line, read it." And I'll never forget the line. And the line was, the movie's all about Live Aid, which was 1985. And there's a TV interviewer interviewing Billy Connolly. And he says, "Billy, what do you think of all the crowds, 100,000 people here in Wembley Stadium?" And the line was, "It's like a party at my house." And that was it. And the guy said, "That's our Billy Connolly." And I looked behind me thinking one of the biker guys had come back. And I said, "Me?" And he said, "Yeah." And I got the role. And I remember they dickied me up, and I looked very like Billy Connolly. And I did the movie, and I loved every second of that. So that would have been one of the points of where I thought, here we go. I'm in the movies now, right? But with show business, it doesn't work that way. You can be hot one week, and then it goes away. Hot again, it goes away. I've never had a manager, but I've had people say to me, "This is the one." Like when I hung over the Liffey in the box in 2003, I was on the 6 o'clock Irish News, the 9 o'clock news. I was in every paper. For those who don't know, there was a magician in England called David Blaine who hung over the Thames for 44 days, supposedly starving. And he just did it to make money and a publicity stunt. So I did it the Irish way, which is we do everything in Ireland the other way around to the rest of the world anyway. Like in Saudi Arabia, if you commit adultery, you get stoned. We do that the other way around. Anyway, I was hanging over the Liffey for 44 hours, and instead of starving, I was eating and drinking like a king. It was the Irish way, taking the piss out of it. But I raised £50,000 for the homeless people. And the Capuchin brothers and Father McVery and all that was all down there. I kept calling them the Cabbage Patch Brothers. I couldn't say Capuchin. But anyway, when I was all over the papers and I was on the evening news, the 9 o'clock news, the next morning when I came out of the box, I did an interview on TV3. I thought, here we go. Because people were saying, not everybody watches the Late Late Show, because I hadn't been on the Late Late at that stage. And I was dying to get on the Late Late Show. Because back then, around 2003, 2000, if you got on the Late Late Show, you were famous the next day. Nowadays, it doesn't really matter, A podcast, you could become more famous with a podcast than RTE television. Just the way the world has gone. But anyway, when someone said to me, not everybody's been on the Late Late Show, but definitely not everybody's been on the evening news for a good thing. Yeah. Usually you have to throw a tin of paint over the Taoiseach or throw an egg at them to get on the news, and then everybody's talking about you. I got on for doing something really good, but I managed to capture the imagination of the Irish people. And I think because your man was American and he did it in London, there was something about the Irish way. Well, here we've a Dublin lad doing it the other way around and taking the piss out of the whole thing. And that's what they kind of liked it. But look, that was really a high point. I thought, I'm going to be famous. Here we go. that lasted a little while, and then it goes nowhere again. Then along came the movie. Yeah, I'm now in the movies. That goes nowhere again. Then you've got I competed in there was a thing called Celebrity ICA Boot Camp on RT television, where they got 18 celebrities and they put us up in a place in Termafeckin, and they had me shearing sheep, blow drying chickens, cooking, butchering, all farming stuff. And it was a TV program and it was a competition. Same again to raise money. I think I raised 100,000 for the homeless or more. And it was, anyway, I came third. Out of 18, I came third. I beat Mr. World. There was a guy, a lovely fella. He does the lotto every now and again. I can't remember his name. But anyway, I beat, there was like Dickie Rock. There was all these other celebrities. There was boxers and all that. And I ended up coming third. So I thought, here we go again. Oh, yeah. I hear your horn.
No.
Are you blocking something?
No. It's all good. Go ahead.
Okay. But, so, for anyone who's thinking of going into show business, that's the way it actually is. You're hot one day, then someone else comes along and they're hot. Do you know what I mean? That's the way it works.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But I'm not a bit kind of like feeling, it's terrible. I love what I do and I keep doing it. And that's the real success in show business. That if you can keep going and keep doing it and keep making a living, and in my case, keep making people laugh and having a bit of crack, that's success. Because take a Milli Vanilli, they were huge all over the world. What did that last? A few years? Gone. There's many people go a lot higher and then they're gone. I think I'm very happy. I'm in this business over 30 years and I keep going. And who knows? There could be a movie role around the corner and away I go again. There could be a TV show and away I go again. But in the meantime, I do my live gigs, I do my charity gigs, and I do my weddings. Weddings is like one thing. I call myself the wedding comedian. I'm really a comedian at a wedding, or I'm the fun guy at your wedding. The reason I go under the title is it's great for searches, because when you put in wedding up, I pop. That's the only reason I call myself that. Because if you were looking for a comedian for your wedding, you wouldn't necessarily type in Dave Young. You put in wedding comedy or something. So that's why I call myself that. But I'm really Dave Young, and I'm really a comedian. And as you can probably see, I find it very hard to talk.
Oh yeah, it's like pulling teeth trying to get conversation with you. Every guest that comes on the show gets asked the question: What's for you is the ideal light bite lunch at the moment?
Sorry, can you ask me that again?
Yeah, what's your ideal light bite lunch? So if you're grabbing something quick at lunchtime, what would you have to eat?
Oh, well, that depends. If I've had a few drinks the night before, I'll probably want something really tasty. Like maybe, I don't know, a kebab or something with chili sauce on it. Put hoisin sauce or chili sauce on anything and I'll eat it. Okay? So, but say it's just a normal day. I don't really eat, believe it or not, during the day. I never have a breakfast. It's just coffee. I can't bear, you know the way people get up and full Irish and all that. Couldn't do it. I'm a night feeder. After the gigs at night, the reward is food, and then you drink. But honestly, I eat at night. So lunchtime, if I haven't eaten the night before, I might be a little peckish. So I don't know. I like coddle, especially this time of year. I love coddle, but it has to have the super value, which are super queen sausages in it. It's got to have that.
Yeah.
Now, any of your country listeners out there might be going, what's a coddle? Because it's a Dublin peasant dish. You know that. It was basically when the poor people in Dublin had no food, they just got everything, put it in a pot, potatoes, sausages, rashers, peas, carrots, and then made a soup out of it. The posh people
a good blind stew.
A good line, yeah. The posh people had a stew with beef. A coddle is basically anything that's in the press.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, before we carry on, I do need to make quick mention about me. just a reminder that nominations are now open for the Irish Micro Business Awards, and you can enter for any time from now, and the entries will be open until January. To enter, you just need to visit the website, irishmicrobusinessawards.ie. You'll find the entry form, all the categories are there. Entries are open until the end of January, so do get your entries in. Dave is a former winner as well. We'll talk to him more about that in a few minutes' time. And all in all, as I said, we're going to have a fabulous night out next October. So do visit the website, irishmicrobusinessawards.ie, and see the entries, and do put in your nominations, and best of luck to everybody. Now, Dave, coming back to your piece about the Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Monique's looking to know, did you actually get coaching to deliver the lines in a Scottish accent?
Hi, Monique. No, it would be pure. I'm very impressionable. I'm an only child. And I think that's how I kind of found out I could make people laugh. I used to mimic all the kids in school. So the kids, with the, I would take off the kids for the kids, and then I would take off the teachers for the teachers. So if I watch a movie, now, if I watch Spider-Man, I don't come out of the theater and try and climb up a wall, or Superman, I don't jump off a building. But if I'm, say, watch a box set of The Sopranos, well, you can be guaranteed I'll be talking like a gangster for the next hour or something for the crack. I'm very impressionable that way. And how I got to do the Scottish accent, Billy Connolly, was basically watching him making me laugh, and then just, I don't know, I would repeat the joke back as him. So be like, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a schizophrenic and so am I, but there you go. Stuff like that. Or I would watch Al Pacino in a movie, hoo-ah! And I would then, it just comes naturally. I couldn't impersonate anyone, though, that I didn't really like. It's like telling a joke. I couldn't tell a joke if it didn't make me laugh.
Yeah. So, tell me, I want to get on because I'm just conscious the time is starting to get away from us.
Okay.
You have a very big Christmas show coming up, and it's very important that we talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Normally I would do about 30 nights over Christmas, but this year I'm only doing 2 nights in a beautiful hotel called the West Grove Hotel in Clane. I'm there on Thursday, the 19th of December, and I'm there on Saturday, the 21st. All my other gigs are in Spain this year. I do a lot of work in Spain. So all the Christmas, instead of singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I'll be over there. Feliz Navidad. And so my Spanish friends get to see me. But in Ireland, I only do 2 nights, the 19th and the 21st in the West Grove. The 21st is nearly sold out, but Thursday, the 19th, there's a few tickets left. You get them on Eventbrite, or you can get them from the West Grove Hotel there in Clane, which is only 20 minutes from the Red Cow roundabout. People think it's miles away. It's only up the road.
That's it. And so tell me, what are the plans for next year? Have you anything big or exciting news coming next year?
Not yet. Not yet. I think I want to put together a new tour where I play theaters and big hotel rooms. And at the moment, I'm throwing around a few ideas, kind of because it's coming up to the 30 years in show business. I might call it best bits and something. So there'll be my classic routines mixed with new stuff. That kind of thing. By the way, at my Christmas show, it's not just me. I got to tell you, I have one of the best ABBA tribute bands in Ireland with me. So the show starts off, we have a girl singer singing for a half an hour, kind of cocktail stuff to get you in the mood. I come on and make you laugh for about an hour and a quarter. Then ABBA come on for an hour. And then if you haven't danced enough by then, we've a DJ till 2 a.m. to keep you going. And the food in this hotel is beautiful. But next year, look, who knows? Will it be a movie? Will it be another album? It won't be a DVD. They're gone. Are you getting? Where did you park? Everyone keeps beating you.
I'm parked in the back of a car park. That's why there's a lot of traffic passing by.
You're not on an island in the middle of the M50 or something, are you?
No. You're safe enough.
But can I say something about your awards night? I was at it a few years ago, and I go to lots of award things. And I have to say, yours was the best crack and really good fun. Lovely bunch of people. and nice. I might go again next October.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, certainly, you won, if I remember correctly, I think you won the year, the trophies were the slate clocks.
Yeah, did you see what happened to me? We have that video somewhere. I got a beautiful slate clock, and then I dropped it. And it smashed, but it was only a joke. I had an old slate off a roof, and I smashed that. I still have the clock. In fact, I haven't got it handy. I'm in my office here, studio, but I can find it. And well, actually, I'll do that. I'll send you a nice photo of me in a few minutes holding up the prize. How about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. No, as I said, it'd be great to have you along. As I said, we're in Portlaoise. We're in the collection in Portlaoise next year.
Ah, great. So we can do the awards and then slip into the prison for a late night drink.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Dave, if anyone is looking to get in touch with you, we do have your website up at the bottom of the screen there. And if anyone is looking to get in touch with you,
so if you go to that one, that will bring you to a website where it's all about weddings. But if you want to book me for a corporate gig, or you want to book me for a charity gig, anything like that, youngoneproductions.com is the best one, or daveyounglive.com. Either one of those two, daveyounglive.com or youngoneproductions.com, and that'll bring you straight there. And then again, you can get for Christmas.
Yeah, and again, anyone, if you're looking for any of that information afterwards, you can always contact us here at the Lite Bite Lunch, and we'll certainly pass your information on to Dave as well.
Brilliant.
Well, Dave, it's been absolutely great to catch up again.
And you're looking great. I hope everything goes well for you, whatever medical things is going on.
Yeah.
I think you're bulletproof. We're going to have to shoot you twice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then make sure and reverse back over me just to make sure you've got me properly.
Well, I would love to see where you're parked. I think you think you're parked in a car park. I think you're in someone's front garden, maybe.
Anyway. Well, we won't get into too much. Listen, it's been great chatting with you. And this is our last episode now for this year. We will be back in January. We already have a fabulous guest lined up for our first episode. So, on that note, we will bid you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll catch up with y'all very, very soon.
And Happy Christmas to you, Rory.